Hello, Gohors and fellow Deadites. I'm Brendan,
I'm Sam.
and welcome to Our Life in Horror.
We're doing a movie review.
We're doing a movie review.
When was our last live?
Sunday.
I feel like it's been a while. I'm used to going like every other night.
We've only had like 2 days off. What do you mean?
Feels like we haven't been on for a
And
while.
we're coming on back to back. We're doing something tomorrow too.
Yeah, we are. We're doing a horror hangout tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. But I'm also excited for tonight. We have a great guest on, a new guest.
Yes.
And he picked an awesome movie.
Yes, he did.
I was very excited to revisit this one.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm going to bring Brett on from Good Real Hunting and Bert's Corner. Hi.
Hi.
Hola.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. You kind of hyped that up too much. Everybody's going to think I'm like this big superstar now, but no, I'm just a normal corny kid that makes terrible puns from East Tennessee.
I feel like a lot of our viewers, listeners, they probably know you and your channel based off of your amazing awards show that I cannot forget about. Like it was my first year watching it and it was so good. It was so funny. I was literally cackling.
No, thank you so much. And as I promised, and we already talked about it, I would love to have you all be presenters at next year's Real Horror Awards.
That would be really cool.
Would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to, I have your links in the description, but do you want to tell everyone where they can find you and talk about your channels a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Even I'm thinking about getting rid of Twitter. I did say Instagram already. So you can find us there at Good Real Hunting. And if you try to find us on YouTube, yes, we will get mixed up a little bit with fishing. I guess with the real part, that's like, so we share a channel with a fish. So that's kind of weird. But we're the big scary monster, as you saw on the thumbnail. We're the big green scary monster, but we're chill dudes. Love to have a good time. And if you want to give us a chance, we will make sure we not waste it. And if we do, well, at least we tried and we appreciate you all trying. So that button down there, the link is to subscribe to Good Real Hunting. And we will love for you to join the Real Hunter family.
Awesome. And you started a channel called Bert's Corner.
Yes, I did. That is my solo channel, and I'm actually going live on Bert's Corner tonight to do a wrestling show with a buddy of mine who's a big wrestling fan. I'm not. Are you all wrestling fans?
No. Nope. A lot of horror people are, though.
Yeah. No, I was about to say, so that's what we're hoping. So yeah, on Bert's Corner, I cover things like wrestling. I'm a foodie, so I do love me some food. I've been doing a series right now called Meals with Mom since my mom has moved in with me until her house is getting built. So I get to be spoiled rotten and get off her cooking, and which needs more attention. So that's what I like to do, is to show off her cooking abilities. But yeah, we're on live tonight to talk about some wrestling at 9 o'clock Eastern time, but plenty of time for me to hang out with Our Life in Horror. So if you want to also subscribe to Bert's Corner, I would love for you to join the family.
Awesome. Love it. And if people can't find the link in the description for whatever reason, Ryan Swayze has the links in the chat. So
thank you, Ryan.
Check him out there. I'm going to go through the chat here real quick, say what's up to everyone, and then we'll get into things.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ryan. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go subscribe over to Brett's channels as well.
Yeah. And hi, Ryan.
And hi, Ryan. Yeah. Hello, Gene. We got Mike and Serial. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
And Rob's here. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Rob's on tomorrow for a horror hangout.
Yeah, pumped.
Nice.
Holland Oates. Hey, Holland.
Hey, Holland.
And we got Eli. Eli's here.
Eli.
I believe Eli also put your links in the chat, so everyone's on it tonight for you.
Thank you. God, I like literally Eli is one of our big supporters on the channel, and we're just grateful for all of our supporters. So anytime they get to hang out, like even with me being on someone else's channel, is really greatly appreciated. And for those people that are watching from the Good Real family, please go subscribe to Our Life in Horror. They are amazing. I've only talked to them for what would you all say, 15 minutes now, and you both are so amazing. So please go subscribe to them, because they deserve a lot more subscribers and a lot more attention.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Where did I leave off? I jumped ahead there. Z-Pam. Hey, Z-Pam. Thanks for being here. Keely and Robbie, that horror couple, are here.
Hi.
Ooh, who's the best horror couple? It's between you all and that horror couple.
They were the first.
They
so
actually they're the reason we made a YouTube, so I'll give it to them.
So awesome. They're wonderful. They're wonderful people. So you could not start a channel based off a better channel than them.
Totally agree. Let's see. I picked up the 7 4K tonight. I hate the packaging.
Oh,
you don't like the book format or the almost media book style. Yeah, I don't like how they package the disc in that. That's for sure.
Okay. So that horror couple is to blame for this, huh? Yes. Okay, what made you pick your next?
What made me pick your next? Because it is a great home invasion horror movie that it definitely does get talked about, but it was such in a limbo in 2011, and thankfully Lionsgate finally picked it up and got a theatrical release in 2013. But I really didn't get onto this movie, and that's the thing. I got a late start in horror. So honestly, my first real true horror movie was The Conjuring. So thank you, Brad. Scared the hell out of me. And then after that, I was just kind of finding films on my own, like Insidious, Friday the 13th franchise, Halloween franchise. And then I was just like, I just wish there was a true good final girl, like someone that can actually kick ass, not be like a damsel in distress. Nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted something different. Then a buddy of mine, I can't remember his name, or actually Bear Yet. Sorry, that was a different movie. But Bear Yet, I was just scanning through Netflix, and then I saw The Fox Mask, and I'm like, I gotta check this out. And then I was like, oh, it's horror related. So I watched it, fell in love with it ever since. It gave me everything I wanted during that point of my horror watching career.
Love it. Yeah, this final girl is definitely something else.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
We were talking about Final Girls in what were we talking about Final Girls in? We were just doing a review on a Final Girl. And like how I wanted her to be badass throughout the whole movie.
Oh crap, we just talked about it. Hatchet,
yes, with Sean. That's Sean's Horror Corners. And we were talking about how Mary Beth was like, she started off strong and then she like I don't know, she becomes like damaged throughout the middle of the movie, or almost like shook and like weak all of a sudden, and then by the end of it she kind of picks back up again. But I'm like, I wanted her to be like, she starts out strong, just stay strong throughout the whole movie, like Aaron. Because she just, there's no second thought, she is just geared for action.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's on it.
Yeah. And are y'all talking about Hatchet 1 or like the second and the third Hatchet movie?
The first one.
First one.
Okay, yeah, because like in the second or third one, it picks up a little bit on her character.
Yeah, we haven't seen those ones in a while. We're gonna revisit.
And it's an upgrade too, because Daniel Harris gets to play her.
Yeah.
So.
We actually have a little bit of a hot take. Well, I don't know if you still feel this way. We haven't watched them in a while, but I actually preferred the first actress, which is like crazy.
I felt the same way too. So I'm curious to see how it goes, because we haven't watched these in a number of years.
It's been a while. No shade to Danielle Harris. I love her. I listen to her podcast. Like, she's great.
She was fantastic in
Talk Scary to Me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this real quick. Episode 80, I believe it's 75 or 85. They actually answered one of my questions that I sent by email, and I thought they will never read it, and all of a sudden they read it, and I'm like, oh shit, that's me.
I love that. I've probably heard it then, because I've listened to all of them.
Yeah, you're a weekly listener.
I have totally emailed them too, and they never read mine.
Well, it was like earlier on when they were first starting to do it, but I bet it's so impossible nowadays. But I would say
Yeah.
keep trying because they eventually will get to it.
Yeah. We actually watched them do a live podcast at one of our cons, which was really cool.
Oh,
So
so cool.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit up the comments here real quick and then we'll get into it. We
Okay.
love you guys too. Your next is always such a great watch, great pick. And we got Davy Death right here. Hey,
Hey,
Davy.
Davey.
Oh, look at
Davey,
the hearts coming from Brett there.
that's that. I am a great magician.
Let's see here. Eli's got Davy's link in the chat there. Everyone go over and check out Davy's channel.
Mhm. Have you ever been on Davey's channel?
Yes, that was one of our first
Okay.
times too.
Okay, because I was about to say, Davey, what are you doing? Get them on your channel. But good job. So
I'm not gonna lie, I would love a redo because that was when we were starting YouTube and we had no setup. Like it was
Oh,
rough.
yeah.
We were so nervous too.
Yeah.
I was.
Our setup before was like in the living room, and we would set up like our table, and then like after we were done, we'd have to tear it down and move our chairs out.
No background or anything.
Yeah,
oh man, but no,
Yeah.
it's always fun when you first start out and then just see where you are now versus where you were back then. So I just love the setup that you all have now.
Thank you. And we love yours too. We were saying that earlier.
Thank you.
Brett, is that a Brock Lesnar shirt? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it is sort of a Brock Lesnar shirt because he does do the whole eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. But I saw this randomly on a website, so it says, "Okay, see, I got an AI camera, so if I
it
move,
moves.
yeah, try to be fancy, but sometimes there we go. Well, stop it. All right, it says eat, sleep, be the man, repeat. Since my nickname's Brett, and I found this shirt that says "Be the Man," I'm like, okay, that's my perfect shirt. So it's eat, sleep, Brett, be the man, repeat.
I love it.
nice.
Where'd the nickname come from?
Randomly, 5th grade, my dad dropped me off from school and said, "Have a good day, Brett, man." And I went, "I'm going to try that." And it's sticked ever since. So they don't call me, well, most people call me Bert now for some odd reason. Again, thank you, Brad, for encouraging people to call me Bert or Bertie LaGurdy. But Brett, man, is my favorite nickname of them all.
Love it.
All right.
Love it. People can call you Brenda at work.
Yeah, everybody calls me Brenda.
Oh, unfortunately, I've been called Brenda before.
Yeah,
I've been called Brenda. I've been called Brittany. I've been called Frank. I've been called George. I can go all day. So don't feel bad. It happens to the best of us.
oh, it's okay. I've been working at the same spot for like 10 years, so I'm.
Oh, really?
definitely
I was like, I just got done celebrating 10 years for myself in August last year. So that's pretty cool about your 10 years as well.
Yeah, my 10 years is actually in August. This August.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I got you.
Might not make it the full 10. We'll see.
Bruce, can you get out from under my legs, buddy? Okay, I'm gonna read the description and everything, and then we will get into it. So Your Next release date was August 23rd, 2013, directed by Adam Wingard, has a 6.6 on IMDb and 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. When the Davison family comes under attack during their wedding anniversary getaway, the gang of mysterious killers soon learns that one of the victims harbors a secret talent for fighting back. The cast is Sharni Vinson, Joe Swanberg, AJ Bowen, Nicholas Tucci, Wendy Glenn, Margaret Laney, Amy Seametz, Ty West, Barbara Crampton, Simon Barrett, Lane Hughes, Larry Fassenden, Caitlin Shield. This is a big cast.
Is that like Ty West? Ty West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ty West.
I had no idea that was him.
Yeah, I didn't either until I read this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was during the time he was making independent projects, and actually, if y'all remember the scene, is where he was talking to Drake about like independent commercials and all that. Here's a good did you know they were actually that wasn't a script. They were actually legitimately talking about their careers. at that point because who Drake is also a director as well. So they were just actually director talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
I read that online and I did not end up looking up so Joe Swanberg. Do you know what he's directed? Like anything that like we would know?
I should have looked that up. I can easily tell you what Ty West made.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I should have looked it up too. That was bad on my part. But
Yeah, and also I would say 2 of the 3 of our Animal Masked friends are also directors, or they were credited in this film as like producers and all that as well.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, because this is like a really low budget movie, right?
Yes.
Like, I know you actually didn't have the budget on, but
I didn't write that
I
down.
think it was around maybe between 1 to 3 million if I'm just thinking about it. I know I should know more from one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, shame on me. But yeah, it had a low budget, but it really went off it made a good amount of money in the box office once it had that 2013 release because it started off with a film festival in 2011.
Okay.
okay.
All right. Rob says I've been called much worse than Brenda.
I believe it, Rob.
The bartender from Dumb and Dumber is in your next Dumb and Dumber for Life.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Boys.
Okay, so before we start, we always like to do some spoiler-free thoughts. I know I already kind of asked you why you picked the movie, but if you have any other spoiler-free thoughts that you would like to share, you can go ahead.
Spoiler-free thoughts. It's just it's like I said about like the final girl. Like this main protagonist is not your traditional final girl, so she is going to offer you something new if you're like trying to find a different type of final girl. That's why I suggest this movie a lot. And she honestly, if I just really now think about it, she was kind of like but like opened the door a little bit of her particular kind of final girl, and a lot of final girls after her, like the best example is Grace from Ready or Not. She really reminded me of kind of Erin, but just in her own unique way. Erin is kind of like that blueprint of what we kind of see in final girls now. So that's why I love to suggest this film, and plus this has cool looking villains as you see from the top over there. Cool feelings, someone that you want our final girl to kick a lot of the ass. And then it has good, interesting kills in this as well. And one particular song, but I'll wait until it's time to talk about it.
Yeah, Grace is a great example. Like comparison. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
There's a lot of similarities to this film and that film.
Yeah. Yeah, the family dynamics and everything.
Yeah, like I was watching it last night, and that's exactly what I was thinking about. Was like all the kind of similarities between them, and
yeah, I like that.
Everything.
Okay, what about you?
I think this movie's great. Yeah, this movie is fantastic. It's a fun time. There's definitely like good scenes of like tension and like high anxiety. I noticed I was just getting hyped up during one sequence throughout the movie that just didn't almost want to seem to end, and then finally it ended so I could have like a little bit of a breather, and I was like, fuck, that was really good. All the acting's fantastic from everybody. It's well shot. It's a really good movie for like a low budget movie, and I like that it kind of flips the tradition of home invasion movies on its head.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a good for the director too. It was like a good launching pad onto his career for what he did afterwards. So this movie really did a lot with a lot of people's careers as well.
Yeah. Davey says, not that they're in comparison, but let's be honest, your next is better than Ready or Not.
You the man, Davey. I knew I loved that guy.
From what I remember, I think Davey's not a big fan of Ready or Not, which is
okay. Now, Davey, we gotta talk.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Davey, you can speak for yourself.
I really like Ready or Not.
Yeah, me too.
I had so much fun with that movie.
I guess my spoiler-free thoughts, I mean, you guys have already kind of nailed it. Like, great final girl. I love the family dynamics in this movie. This is gonna sound ridiculous, but it kind of reminds me of like watching one of my like nice like family Christmas movies because of the family dynamics. You know what I mean? Just take out all the Christmas decor and like the happiness. And it's my perfect Christmas movie. Like I love the family dynamics, I guess. So it's just a lot of fun. And I like that you said there's a long scene of tension. That's really good. You get some good kills in there, which every slasher fan likes. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff in this movie. So I think I'll leave it at that, spoiler free.
Okay.
But yeah, with that, we'll get into spoilers. So do you want to describe this movie in 3 words?
Sure, I'll be happy to describe it in 3 words. I have bloody, magic, and relentless. Those are the 3 best words, and I cannot wait to tackle the second word of that for when we get to that section.
Okay.
Alright.
I like that.
I cheated, so my words are home invasion classic.
Okay.
Ooh, good
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, because I just thought about it before we started this.
Okay. I like that. I put I was teetering between 2 words. Family, slasher, and I put secluded because it's like kind of the house is kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
Very like The Strangers or The Last Exit kind of thing. I really like that setting, I guess. Very secluded. I feel like everyone's gonna have the same favorite character, but who's your favorite character?
My favorite character, it has to be Drake Davin. Now I'm just kidding with you. Of course, it's going to be Aaron for me. Absolutely adore this woman. It's just again that she just brings okay. At first, you just really didn't expect much out of her. You kind of treat her kind of like the sweet little innocent like protagonist girl who's just going to get lucky and kill these people very luckily, and then. Since it's a spoiler now, when the chaos happens, bam, she hits a switch that I was not expecting for her to go with her character. And she just pretty much turned into a female Rainbow and just killed everybody. She absolutely nails it of like what that particular character is supposed to be. And to me, she also has like, this is again beginning of the movie, she had like that ultimate girl next door kind of charm about her too. It's like someone you could be like, oh, I want to take her home to and meet her or have her meet my mama. Like, hey, I got this girl. And by the way, she's a badass that knows how to set rainbow traps. Like, I absolutely adore Aaron. And spoiler, and we already spoiled it already, my all-time favorite final girl.
I love it.
Yeah, mine's also Aaron. But sweet, she's thoughtful. She wants to be invested in this family. Like, she seems to like actually wants like she's like trying to insert herself like with asking the mom to see if there's any kind of help that she can do while nobody else in the family seems to have done that. So it just shows like initiative. Yeah, she's a survivalist, smart, witty, cunning, everything.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to follow both of those. I have the same favorite character.
So we can start letting her go first. Like, we're being rude.
Yeah, I was thinking that on the next one.
No, I mean, yeah, she takes control in the chaos. She's just really strong, and she doesn't panic. Like she just does what she needs to do and gets it done. And I like the background of her growing up on a survivalist compound, I guess. And like you said, it's very unexpected for her character to show up like that, I guess, because she is very much like the girl next door kind of thing. So yeah. I'm going ahead.
It's also funny too that like some people actually have a problem with her background work of her character, like being in that survival camp, like that whole campground, learning to do all that. But honestly, we were at a point in 2011 and 2013 where that wasn't really even addressed that much. So I thought that was very interesting to get someone from that environment and see how they would do in an actual horror film. So I actually thought that was awesome.
Yeah. Before I move on, Davey said oh no, that's the wrong one. Radio silence is always just so for me, not bad. They just haven't tipped the scale for me yet.
Oh damn, is that even including Scream 5 and 6?
Yeah. We're lukewarm on those ones too, I think.
I was like, I adored
6.
those, so but
I loved 6.
I think I'm lukewarm on both of those.
Okay. All right. We met Sharni Vinson at a
Oh.
con years ago, and she was so sweet.
Oh,
I
I'm
love
nice.
that.
I'm so jealous. Like she's like on the top of like I want to meet her desperately. Like if she's in California, I will actually legitimately make the trip just to go see her for like 15 minutes and then just go right back to East Tennessee.
I would love to meet her too. She looks like a sweet person, even just from her character. But it's nice
Yeah.
that she actually
And I've
is.
had like
Yeah.
3 talks with her, and she's been nothing but a complete angel to me every single time. And she's in Australian time too, so even sometimes when I message her, it's like probably at midnight for her. So I'm like, oh no, like
Yeah, love it. Davy's 3 words are surprising, thrilling, and fun.
I like those.
Surprising is good, yeah. Hey, Gizmo. I know the Ghostbusters from 2017. It is a female Powerpuff movie with tons of CGI. I'm happy you love it too. It's my favorite film of all time.
Nice.
Rob says Scream 5 is amazing. Scream 6 is not good. Interesting. I actually like 6 more than 5.
As you can tell right there, anything with my buddy Ghostface, I'm going to absolutely love. Here, I'll just come on, Cameron. Cameron, you were doing so good.
It's not
following
working.
me. Of course, it doesn't work now. So thanks, Cameron, for making me look like an idiot. But
that's funny. Least favorite characters or character.
all right, you want to go first this time?
Sure. Mine is the boyfriend, obviously, because he's a backstabbing dick. Yeah, I mean, like, just even the way he tries to manipulate her at the end into like still loving him. I'm like, ew, like she's got the ick now, buddy. Move along. Like she's not gonna fall for this. Are you kidding me? Especially Aaron. Like, yeah, I have to go with him.
Okay.
One of you guys want to go?
Well, honestly, it's most of the other characters. I think all the brothers are not nice, and I had to say Z. I can't honestly pick one because like I was honestly gonna put like Drake ahead of everybody else because like he's just such a prick.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like Felix is like trying to kill his family though, but like I kind of like at least like that's just what he's trying to do. Like he's not a dick about it. And then Drake's just like mean throughout the whole thing. And then Crispin is in on it too, and he's like a manipulative asshole. So I'm like, I'm just gonna put down all the brothers, and I can just leave it at that.
That's fine.
Oh man, so I actually thought about going with Crispin too, but then I thought somebody much worse than him. Who I'm going to go with is Kaylee Davison, who plays Drake's wife. And I know that's a little weird of why do you hate her? But I just kind of think about it. Well, first off, she kind of has a bitchy attitude. So actually her and Drake are actually a good pairing together for that reason. And she's also dumb because like she ran out of that house to go try to find just screw everybody. I'm just in it for myself. And not a good plan. As you all know, it did not work out for her. And also the thing that pissed me off the most is that she wouldn't even satisfy her husband in that one scene in the bathroom. And she's like, no, we can't do this right now. And then you just see Drake's face like, I was like, God, dude, we've all been there, buddy. I'm sorry. Like, so Kelly, I'm glad she that she got the particular death that she deserved. So Kelly was my least favorite.
Interesting choice.
Yeah.
I like a curveball. That horror couple saying awkward family gathering for the 3 words. That's funny.
Yeah.
Robbie. Where'd we leave off? Best acting.
Well, I go best acting has to go with Sharni Vinson, who plays Aaron, because having just the ability just to like she's been asked to play like 2 different types of characters, one for 1/3 of the movie and then the other one for like throughout the rest of the movie. She has to go from this sweet, innocent type of character, and just all of a sudden become this again, the female Rambo. And I would think that'd be such a hard transition to do that, like acting wise, because those are two separate characters. Where most actors, I would feel like to play that one particular style of character throughout the entire movie, so they don't have to worry about going back and forth. So I give Sharni a lot of credit for having to do what she did, and it was a lot of filming days too. So I'm sure they were absolutely exhausted, and she just stayed like a true professional and did her job well.
Love it.
Awesome. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat for the exact same reasons. Like he said, she's the sweet, nice girl in the beginning, and then she becomes badass. And then even by the end, she's just kind of like, I love the scene at the end where she's on the phone with him and like, just like, you can tell she's just so over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just goes through so much and she just does it so well. So,
All right. Well, I guess it's my turn for a curveball.
oh,
Barbara Crampton.
yeah.
The mom. Nice. This was the movie that brought her back to movies.
Mm-hmm.
She had retired for a long time, and then the directors asked her back. And I think she absolutely nails it in this movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Especially for like her first time returning to film for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Barbara.
Yeah, good pick.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Coy.
Hey, Coy.
Thank you so much. Let me. You know what? I was looking up new super chat clips today, and I got them on my phone, but not on here yet. So we're going with.
I was like, what do you got?
No, we're going with an oldie. I'll go.
Wow, but this is booby, sis. If you keep on going, you'll have to hire someone just to tie your shoes.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
And I watched that movie for the first time last year, Night of the Creed. So that movie is so fun.
Day of the Demons. Yeah, what did you think?
I really enjoyed it, especially it's just my boy Tom Atkins, who pretty much plays my father figure of Dr. Chalice from Halloween 3, because like he's one of my favorite male characters of all time. So anything with Tom Atkins, you're going to win me over. And plus him delivering that line. Well, the good news is your dates are here. Bad news is they're dead. Like, absolutely love that line.
That clip is actually Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
Night of the Creeps we actually watched for the first time last year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, so you all watched it for the first time last year like me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
I think you liked it a little more than I did.
Yeah, it's sci-fi. It's a lot of fun. I love Tom Atkins in it because he's like so straight, but he has all these cheesy one-liners.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Coy. Appreciate it. Let's see. I missed anything else. Dudes, Barbara Crampton is so good and so damn sexy. Her and Judy Aronson are my favorite forever crushes. Let's see. Dr. Dan Chalice is the greatest character in the history of cinema.
My man, Rob. My man, I could not agree more. He's definitely one of the top 5 great father figures in cinema history.
Everyone wishes they had Dr. Chalice Riz.
Oh, no. No kidding. Damn.
Don't say Riz. Hey, Joel, Dark Room Reviews.
Hey, Joel.
Thanks for being here. Yo, Brentman, the Terminator rules, am I right? That's a jab at me because I don't like the Terminator.
Hold on.
He's leaving. I knew it.
Yeah. As I almost tripped over my hatchet. So
Brendan
lost a pinky toe right there. So, but no, okay, now see. Now this camera's pissed me off. There we go. So now you got my curiosity, or as Leo DiCaprio says in friggin' the Django. I always call it the Django, not Django. But you did have my curiosity, but now you have my attention. Why don't you like the Terminator?
I'm honestly just not into action movies. It's as simple as that. Brendan showed it to me this year, and we did a review on it, and just explosions and guns and
Oh man.
big man, and it's just not my thing.
So, like, we watched it for He Made Me Watch, and I'm trying to convince her the whole time that it's like a slasher movie, except it's like a robot.
Exactly.
And-
Like the first Terminator's a horror movie. I'm glad you brought that up.
And Sam's like, it's just Arnie gets shot, he gets back up. Arnie gets shot and he gets back up. I'm like, Jason gets shot and gets back up. Michael Myers gets shot and gets back up. I'm like, come on, it's just a slasher. It just uses guns instead of knives and stuff. Nope.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm behind here now. Let me see. Watching Host for the first time. I don't remember that one.
Is that the
What?
2021?
I think so. It's either that or it's the Japanese one.
Yeah, from 2006, I think. But yeah, the 2021, if that's the one you're watching, turn off all of your lights and you're going to have a good time.
That's the
Mhm.
webcam one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Like
tight.
that
It's
friend
like-
did, but they decided to mess with stuff and something goes terribly wrong, but they deserve it. But
It's okay not to like all the best movies, Sam.
Don't encourage her.
Koi watched Terminator a day ago.
Nice.
She gets a lot of things wrong, Brett. Don't worry about it.
oh man, it's okay. Hey, we love what we love and we don't like what we don't like.
Mhm.
Question for you. Have you seen Young Frankenstein?
Yes, and I love it. I think it is so much fun. I got to see the musical with my mom,
Oh, nice.
which is so funny. It's actually funnier than the movie. It's a lot. It's a lot more like in your face, dirtier than the movie is. There's like a whole song. I think is there a song about knockers? What's the song about?
This is the one we went to, right? The
Y-
lower budget.
Yeah,
play.
we also saw. I also took Sam to see like a little theater
It was quite
production of.
dirty.
Yeah, there's a whole song about a woman like getting her like the G spot hit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Mel Brooks actually wrote like a lot of the songs too, so it definitely helps.
That does not surprise me. Knowing his list of accomplishments, that does not surprise me.
Yeah, so Young Frankenstein is fantastic. I've been meaning actually to show Sam at some point.
Okay. Terminator is the best in the franchise. It's a noir movie with sci-fi action and horror elements.
Mhm.
Okay. Koi says, I want more gun-based slashers myself. It's a harder line to ride without the distasteful of it. But it can be done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where did we leave off? Score and soundtrack, I guess.
Yep.
Looking for the magic, aren't we? Ain't that song stuck in your all's head?
Oh my gosh, it was played so many times, but I loved it.
Yeah, they were they were having a lot of trouble looking for that particular song to play, and then they eventually did find "Looking for the Magic" by the Dwight Twilley Band from 1977. So yeah, absolutely adore that song. That song's on my playlist. So every time I'm just like it just comes on, I just stop what I'm doing. I just go. Just like in the drumming out, looking for the magic in my eye, like so great. And I would even say if you're like to drink during your movie watching chat, a good drinking tip every time looking for the magic comes on, take a sip. That way you'll get drunk pretty damn quickly. But the other note I had too, what I like the score, like overall with the movie, not just that one song. Overall, I really like the score, especially when she's setting up the trap with the axe on the main door. That particular score, that one gave me such John Carpenter vibes with his scores, and just to hear a little bit of that in this movie, I just could not but love that.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this movie brought back like synth score.
Mhm.
Because it's very heavy like synth, and it's very, very well done. So
Yeah, I enjoyed the score too, and I love the song choice that they chose. I don't have too much more to say. I'm really bad at describing scores, so We'll move on to cinematography.
So, cinematography, for me, like I don't think it has to worry about cinematography as much. So it's like it wasn't the main focus. So I just really call it passable. And here's the deal. I adore this movie, but of course, I know the faults of this movie as well. Cinematography is not one of the biggest strengths, even though one scene in particular that I do love when it does come to a certain cinematography shot is when the fox goes down to the basement and the light flashing and everything. I thought all that was so perfectly well done. And then when Sharnie's just covered in blood and with the lights flashing, I thought all that cinematography was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think the cinematography is particularly too wild in this movie. I do think it's really well done, and I do think the lighting and like the color aesthetics all look really nice.
Mhm.
Like there's a couple good shots. Like I really like the shot of like Barbara Crampton crying on the bed, and then you just see the hand come out of the bed.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the classic. I think this is like on like the back of like every cover of this physical media release, which is her standing in the window, the broken window with the axe, and she's got
Yeah.
like the leg wound. I'm like, yep, that's a classic shot right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the lighting too. It almost looks like in this house there's like the lighting is like flames. I don't know what kind of lighting. Like it doesn't.
Candles.
I don't know if it's candles or like
Oil.
if there's candles in the lights. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I liked how it looked. I just have one fun fact that popped up that said the majority of the film was shot with handheld camera to increase tension. But yeah, the movie looks good. There's nothing like crazy or anything, but
Mhm.
we'll get into costumes and outfits in 1 second. I'm gonna hit up the comments so I don't lose track here again.
Okay.
There's a lot of G-spot.
I
talking.
noticed.
I know. I'm sorry.
Davey, I've never written a song about hitting the G-spot, but I did write the book on it.
Davey.
Oh.
Dirty.
Koi's defending Terminator being a slasher.
Woo!
I do get it. I understand why everyone says it. I just don't enjoy it. Clown in a Cornfield definitely hit the G-spot. Am I right? No spoilers, but did you see it, Brett?
Oh no, I definitely see it, and I kind of got a good feeling where Robbie was going with that. But no, definitely. Actually, I can't talk about it without spoiling it. So all I gotta say is it surprised me, and I think a lot of people are going to have a good time with it once it comes out on Shudder later this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Her real review, Kwana.
Hi.
Hope you both are doing awesome. I never get to catch you live. Thanks for being here. We'll have to collab again soon.
Yeah.
Eli's throwing out some links here. We got Koi's link for his channel.
Eli, you're like the Oprah Winfrey of YouTube. Like you get a link, you get a link, you get a link, you get no link, but you get a link. But
It's so true. I wanted more from Clown in a Cornfield. Not bad, but I can't see myself rewatching it anytime soon. I'm in the same boat. I think I was on, like I said in our review, I was on such a high leaving Thanksgiving and on such a high leaving Hard Eyes, and I didn't leave with quite that same high that I wanted.
Mhm.
Still enjoyed it, but I don't know. I was also very jet lagged and tired, so it could be why.
Yeah.
then I would challenge you to rewatch it without the
Mhm.
jet lag because trust me, I also watched a movie after jet lag and I kind of had the same feeling. It's like the Dracula movie, something about the Demeter. Like, which first off, I will butcher words, so forgive me right there. I will butcher words. But that is like 2 years ago. It's like the Dracula movie. It's like his journey on the ship. I didn't like it as much, but I definitely want to rewatch it because jet lag has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie actually. The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, that's what somebody else. That's what a lot of people say, and I was just like, I just thought it was fine. But then, kind of like you saying, the jet lag probably did something with it. I wasn't really in tune with it, so I do need to give it a rewatch, just on a like more of a fresh mindset.
Yeah.
Sam finally made it till 9 o'clock last night, but they would having a nap throughout the day since she's been back. Everybody give her a W in the chat.
I'm so jealous of you. I haven't taken a nap all week.
I never nap, but ever since getting back from my trip, I've napped like every day. I can't stay awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quana says I've never watched Your Next, adding it to my watch list. Absolutely do.
You're gonna have such a good time with it. I guarantee it. Her reel review, from a reel to a reel, you're gonna have a good time with it.
I was thinking that I'm like Good Reel Hunting, Her Real Review. Another great channel, Her Real Review. Everyone go check out Quana's channel.
Here, I'm gonna write that down so I can subscribe after this show.
Yeah. Let's see here. Try not to take too much time here. Clown in a Cornfield was good, not as good as Peter Pan.
Oh my god.
Oh,
it's just-
shut up, Rob.
God, come on now. Just a little time of knowing you, Rob Humphrey. That I sense sarcasm right there.
No, he actually really liked Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. He's bugging us because I want to see the movie so bad, and Canada just has not gotten it. No theatrical run, no video on demand, no nothing. And I've been like messaging the people that made the movie and everything, and it's just crickets. And I'm like, God damn it, just give me this movie.
Yeah.
Well, because I could say it surprised me of like on a level where I thought it was going to be trash. It actually does a good job for what it is, and I appreciate it. So I just gave it like a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Which, trust me, I thought I was going to give this like a 0.5 out of 5, but getting a 2 from that really impressed me.
Did you like the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey too?
I hate to tell you this, but I'm obsessed with those movies. Like anytime if it's in the Pooh verse, I'm there day one in the theater. Like I was even there day one of Screenboat, even though it has nothing to do with the Pooh verse, but it's sort of Disney related. So those movies, guilty pleasure movies for me, I go day one and spend like the $20 versus using it on my Regal membership. So like, yeah, I'm curious to see where it goes. That's why I keep going back. I cannot wait for the Bambi one.
I'm very excited for Bambi too. I loved the second Blood and Honey. I loved. So I'm very curious for all the fairy tale stuff.
Especially where this time I'm hopefully Bambi gets his revenge on those hunters.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's going.
Well, they deserve it.
CPM gave you a W.
A W. Thanks, CPM. Here is Her Real Reviews link. Thank you, Eli. Awesome.
Nice.
Decent. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna jump up here a bit. I tried to watch Baby Girl and didn't get through it. I feel you, Kaylee. I did not enjoy it like I thought I was gonna.
Is that the Nicole Kidman movie that's like, all burnt chicken wow wow?
Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
I hate to be ugly here, but today's Nicole Kidman, I don't want to see her do movies like that. But prime Nicole Kidman, okay. Like Eyes Wide Shut, okay. But
you know what? She's got a rockin' bod though. Like she gets naked obviously in this movie, and I wish I had that body. So I'll give it to her. Props to her. Okay, where did we leave off? Favorite costumes and outfits.
Definitely gotta go with the animal mask with the killers. Like it's just such a unique look. Even though I get so mad every time I look at them because I want to buy them on Etsy, but this one particular seller who's one of the few to sell them always charges like $100 for the mask. So I'm like, damn it. But just the mask in general, they're badass. Like they're just so cool looking. Like if you walk into a room, if you see all three of them standing there, I promise you're going to need to change pants. And then just again, they're scary too. Like especially with the fox underneath the bed. Like that scene absolutely terrified me on first watch. Like I had to pause the movie just to catch my breath because just again, if you find an animal mask underneath your bed, what the hell are you going to do? Like just. I just love them. Like or their charisma and their character good? Probably more than likely not. But just the overall look and the presentation of these killers are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. I went with the masks as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. That's all I had down.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone else was just in clothes.
Yeah, like they're all in like formal casual wear. You know what I mean? Like they were just dressed up nice because it was a family thing.
Yeah.
And they were rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memorable lines.
Let's see. Oh, well, first of all, I just noticed your shirts, Sam, that I love Felissa Rose. She's my favorite one of my favorite horror actresses of all time. And
So
Brendan, is that your next shirt right there, or is that?
Maniac Cop.
Oh, Maniac. Okay, sorry. When it was kind of angled, that kind of did look like the false mask for a moment. Then once you lifted it up, I saw the police cap and everything. So badass shirts. I gotta change mine.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Where are we at? Memorable lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I got a couple. I'm not going to take all of them, but the first one I gotta go with the funniest one, because that's the other thing with this movie. I was not expecting any comedy in this movie, so you can label this movie as a dark comedy, which is just like dark humor. And the one that they were just trying to figure out who the fastest runner is in the family, and then Drake goes, "I'm the fastest, but I got this fucking arrow in my back." Like, I laugh every single time with that one. And then I love pretty much the last line at the end of the movie where Aaron stabs Crispin in the neck or in the eye, and he goes like, or no, it was in the throat first, and then he goes, "Why?" And she goes, "Why the fuck not?" Like, badass delivery.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's funny. I actually wrote down that first one. I thought it was so funny too. He's so cocky. It's like, but I got this arrow.
Oh, and then he freaking tries to run for it, and of course the piano wire just hits it too. I'm like, "Dick, coming!" Like,
I think I have the follow-up line to that line, which is what does your shoulder have to do with your legs? I fucking laughed. Like, I thought that was so funny. And of course it's Crispin chirping him too.
Mm-hmm.
That one kind of gets lost because it's so chaotic, that scene, and like you could just hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I thought that was so funny.
No, the most awkward. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say the number one. I'll share one more, but I like the one where Z and Phoenix are trying to have sex on the bed. He goes like, I'm not in the mood. Like, you don't do anything adventurous. Well, that's kind of not fair to say right now. Then do me next to your dead mom, and he's like, "I'm out." Like, makes me laugh every single time too.
That was good.
Yeah.
The only other one that I wrote was Crispin's a tough guy, and she goes, "No, he's not, but thanks."
Yeah.
Because it turned out to be true, so that was a good quote.
Mhm.
Especially, yeah, that's the thing with Crispin. He didn't want to do any of that because he can't stand the sight of blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, what a weak feeling.
I know.
I got one last line too here. It's like, would you just die already? This is already hard enough for me. It's like, oh my god, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like continuously stabs him with a screwdriver. I like the 6 screwdrivers. Like, come on, man, just die already. It's already hard enough as it is.
This is so hard for me. I put down like privileged attitude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, in defense of Phoenix, you did hire like 3 military people to kill people, and you have to get your hands dirty. I'd be pretty pissed off too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Maniac Cop shirt goes hard.
Underrated movie if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Brother
Brother
Fluff.
Fluff.
Salisbury. I'm assuming this is someone you know.
Yeah, he was actually one of my original followers. Brother Fluff. We love Brother Fluff on Good Will Hunting. And Brother Fluff, you better love Our Life in Horror, because I know you all will share the same like bubbly personalities. So Brother Fluff, say hello to Our Life in Horror.
Hi. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to show off your shirt one more time for Koi.
If the camera
If
will
you can.
cooperate with me. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Like, I don't stink or anything, so don't just judge me right there. But eat, sleep, be the man, repeat. That's like,
Perfect.
actually, that's honestly like my life motto: eat, sleep, be the man, repeat.
Love it. Hey, Bloodwire Radio. Thanks for
Hey.
being here.
Hello.
All right. Did you have any lines disliked? I didn't write anything down for this, but okay.
I wrote one down,
Oh, give it to us.
What do you got?
and that is the "fuck me next to your dead mom." And
Okay,
I
I
just-
don't blame you, but
I just feel like the situation is already worse enough that I feel like this little sequence just takes it that weird extra step too far.
I like weird, so
But I don't feel like it adds or takes anything away from the rest of the story.
right.
shows her personality, maybe.
Well, tries to show a personality, but Phoenix didn't fight for it. Like, if they actually did it, that would have helped Phoenix's character development a little bit. But no, he just became just as big of a puss as Crispin was.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Just
And
kinda
I
threw
don't
me
blame
off.
you for that. That was just such an awkward line at that. Like, I was blown back the first time I watched it. I was like, what the fuck did she just say? Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm like, this just doesn't need to be in here. Yeah.
Say, is Rob Zombie writing the script of this movie?
Yeah.
The hell?
What was your favorite kill?
And that could be another two here in a minute, but my favorite kill was absolutely I call it the brain smoothie, which is getting killed by the blender, which I've never seen a kill like that, which I always appreciate a new original creative kill, which of course we have like our classic microwave kills in the past, but a blender, never seen that before. So I love that scene. And that's also the good line too, where Crispin's talking to Sharni well, not Sharni, Aaron, and he goes, "Where's Phoenix?" I killed him with a blender. Like, and Crispin's like, "Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not sure what the hell to do with that, but no, the blender kill was so awesome."
I agree. I was
Mhm.
debating between that one and I guess I'll go with the other one. I just loved the very first one, like not the opening, but the at the dinner table, the arrow to the head. Like you see someone like look over and see the glass on the ground, and it's just so like tense, and I don't know, it just starts the chaos, and I just
Mhm.
absolutely love it. I remember the first time seeing that part, and I was just like, holy shit, like that just happened, and it's just kind of shocking. So this time watching it, like I remembered something happened and I couldn't really remember what, but I was like, something's gonna happen, like I can feel it. And I don't know, it's just one of those like jarring moments, so I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah.
And
For
of
some
all
reason,
the people, Ty West had to be the victim of that.
Yeah.
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 For some reason, I thought the dad got it first. That's what I thought
Mm.
happened originally. But
Mhm.
so you guys went with those kills. So I'm gonna go with Aaron's first kill, where she absolutely obliterates
Nice.
the guy with the mallet. I just think it's so visceral, so real, so just reaction. Like
Mhm.
this guy's down right now, I'm taking advantage, and this guy's not getting back up.
Mhm. I like that she keeps hammering at him too, like in movies when they like give him one hit and walk away and he gets
Right,
back up, like she's not
exactly.
giving him
Yeah.
a fucking chance.
No, not Aaron. She don't fuck around.
No, and they were
Yeah.
headshots too. And then you should see Phoenix. God, sorry, keep on following my phone up that way. But no, Phoenix and Z were watching just like in a kind of like that. And then she lifted up the face, going, "And if you recognize this guy, kind of fucking hard to tell." Like, which is another
Mhm.
great quote. But
Yeah.
love that kill. That's such a great one to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a least favorite kill?
If I had to pick one, I would just go with just the Aaron's second kill at the mask, which is the tiger mask, which is just a generic knife to that forehead. I thought it was just a little bit lazy because I was hoping that each one of the mask figures gets their own unique and creative particular kill. The fox mask and the land mask got that, but the white tiger mask, he got the short end of the stick with, to me, a weak kill.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Trying to think of one right now. I guess I could go with like the cheap, lazy one, which would be like Barbara Crampton's off-screen kill.
That's what I went with because I don't know, her being in the horror movie, you want her to get something good, right? The aftermath is good, like
Yeah,
of
the
her
aftermath.
body, but
Yeah, because like that machete's still like lodged in her head.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Davey says mallet kill, ode to Texas Chainsaw.
Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
could be.
gore factor and special effects.
Absolutely fantastic in the practical effect department, especially with the neck slices they do in this movie, because that, like me just shaving in the morning, I always worry about it. I'm like, I'm going to cut it and I'm going to be like that youngest daughter who hits her neck on the piano wire, which that was a great death too. But just seeing the practical effect work on that, I'm very freaking curious on how they pull that off, because that to me looked too damn realistic. So I would do that. And the blood amount in this movie was perfect. It wasn't overused. It was just the perfect amount of blood.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. I thought everything looked good. Lots of throat slits and lots of good kills in this. The blender, the mallet, like you said, like everything looked good. And it is like bloody in a sense that there's like literally blood on the wall and they write "you're next" on the wall, which I love. So yeah, I thought everything looked good.
Best title
Yeah.
card, one of the best title cards in horror movie history, in my opinion, too, was the "You're Next" at the opening of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. I agree with everything you guys have said.
Okay.
Mm.
Storyline and pacing.
to me, probably in my opinion, the weakness of the movie, once the motive comes out of what they're doing, like doing it for, of course, the insurance money and all that, I was like, damn it, if they could have done a better motive. So to me, the story gets a little lazy, and the pacing of the movie, I thought it was slow in the second act of the movie. We do that whole big dining room scene, and then everything just calms down, just a little too much for me, which I know why, because they were just again doing background character work for Aaron's character, but to me they did just a little bit too slow for me, which is not a major problem, but that's something that I always notice with the movie on each watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about the scene right before the shit goes down, like the dinner scene?
Oh, like, no, I thought all of that was fine. It was just like more towards a little bit the middle. Like
Okay.
sometimes like they'll do a big kill scene and then like they just take a long break. First it's just,
Okay.
just adding a kill like every 10 minutes or like 5 or 10 minutes or so. But yeah, just to me the middle part of the movie is a little bit slow paced.
Okay.
Yep, I could definitely see that. I don't really have an issue with the pacing. Well, I haven't watched this movie in quite a few years, so I remembered a lot of it, but at the same time, it still felt like almost a new watch for me. Did anybody notice that none of these mercenaries wear any? They all wear like fingerless gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so they don't leave fingerprints.
No, but their fingers are exposed. They would leave gloves. They would leave fingerprints.
Oh, I didn't know.
So what's the point is they're wearing okay, now I gotta rewatch this movie again.
Yeah,
Like
their
I
gloves are
just-
fingerless. They're like
They don't want to get calluses.
yeah, like they all their fingerprints are exposed while they're going through this whole house. I'm like,
that
what the
doesn't make
fuck
any
is going-
sense. Like they were it's like don't get blood on the floor and all that. It's like, okay, I'll clean it up later. I'm like, but your fingerprints are over the damn place. That doesn't make any sense. Thank
Yeah.
it.
That was the only
Like-
thing that I was watching. I was like, being mercenaries or something like that, maybe you guys probably should have thought about this.
That's funny. I did not notice that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's weird. I thought the pacing was fine. I thought it was good. I love the storyline of like I said before, I love the whole big family dynamics. It reminds me of The Strangers, but with more people, and just more chaotic. And I didn't mind the motive personally. I thought it was fine.
I didn't either. Like, you got to think too. Like, there's a hint that the dad also is condescending towards Crispin as well.
Okay.
When they're like by the fire, when they're by the barbecue, and he's like, "Oh, I guess that didn't work out for you," or whatever. When he's talking about a scholarship or something like that, or he's like, people that aren't published also got that scholarship too. Like, just because you weren't published recently doesn't mean that you couldn't have got it. So, and then the brother's like super condescending too. And I'm not sure what like Felix and Crispin's relationship was, but you can clearly tell that the daughter is just happy to be there, basically. Like, she's like the only girl, so like of course she was probably babied between the rest of them, right?
Right.
So I'm like, they probably do have alternative motives to wanting to kill the rest of their family. It's just that it's never brought fully to light, I would say.
Okay. I saw Phil popped in here. Phil's creepy videos. We actually ran into him.
Yes, we did.
At a con that we were not supposed to be going to. So we went to London, Ontario to go to Costco, and then realized that there was a con going on. So we went and popped over and we ran into Phil. So we met him in person.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. He's got a great channel. He collects so much cool stuff. So definitely check out Phil's creepy videos.
All right, writing that down too.
Yeah. Ryan's got his link in the chat there. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. And yeah, Phil said new room tour is up. Check it out sometime. Awesome.
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Davey says, not sure if you guys talked about it yet, but Erin's hair is peak early 2010s. Love the bangs. She's got a bit of shaggy 70s revival look that really does it for me.
No, like Gail Weathers, Courtney Cox. That's how you do bangs, girl.
Yes. Yes. That's funny. Yes, we did pick a day. I actually scheduled it earlier today. I think it's May 20th, but it should be on our lives tab, so you'll be able to see that it is scheduled for, I believe, the 20th, but you can double check on our lives tab there. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern like usual. Okay, so we left off on gore factor. Nope, storyline and pacing.
Storyline and pacing, yeah.
All right,
Favorite scenes.
Favorite scenes. Are there any scenes that you haven't talked about, or ones that you want to mention again that were your favorite?
Definitely to mention again, it's definitely I call it the dinner chaos scene, because just again, like Brandon, you were kind of mentioning that just the whole build up to it was just spectacular. Love the build up, love the family arguing, and then just the band just takes an arrow straight to the head for everybody to get on the same page. I love that. And another thing, which again you brought that up as well, Brandon, is when Erin with her first kill with the landmask and everything, because again it just sets the tempo of what I want in a final girl. It's just a final girl, not just to kick ass, but to really kick ass, like just the multiple shots to the head. Because like Sam, you brought up where it's just most final girls like to only do one shot to the head and everything, or it's like Jeannie Fields, like just one chair shot to Jason Voorhees. One shot's never going to do it. So when Erin did it multiple times, it made my heart happy. I'm like, I think I'm in love with her.
It's my dream girl.
No, literally, I was like, again, like Davey said, I never really thought about it before, but the bangs do it for her.
Love it.
I think we talked about like a lot of like my favorite sequences throughout the movie. just to get back on the dinner sequence, it's so chaotic before anything even happens because you have this immense tension building between Crispin and Drake, right? Drake,
Yeah,
because like they're like she was one of his TAs and they started dating and he's calling him unprofessional. And then like he doesn't want to admit to it, but then there's like this building tension between the two of them where this is set up for them to start fist fighting, and then boom, it's arrow to the fucking head. Everybody starts losing their mind. Arrows start flying through, and then it doesn't really let up until they take the mom upstairs. Like there's a whole sequence of them dealing with Drake getting dealing with him getting drugs so he doesn't have to feel the pain, to the sister running through the door, and then that's when it's like, okay, the audience is now officially allowed to take a breath. But that whole sequence for me had my heart just pumping.
Yeah, I completely agree. That whole sequence. I also like the opening and then finding out that the opening was the neighbors. So anytime like they would go next door for help or whatever, or I think she went over for milk at one point.
Yeah, I was like, don't ask for a glass of milk, but like,
yeah, and you just hear the music playing, and you know that no one's gonna answer because they're dead inside, and it's just so eerie. Like just them, I don't know. You think about if you went to your neighbor's house and knocked on the door and no one answered. Like my first thought wouldn't be that they're dead; it's that they're not home or something, right? So it's just like such an eerie concept, I guess. One scene that we haven't brought up yet is when Drake pulls the arrow out of his own back and he faints. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any least favorite scenes?
I got no. Honestly, I cannot think of one that truly stands out.
Me too. I see you have writing there.
No, I know. I broke my pen last night, so I had to switch to pencil. But like, still nobody's on board with the whole "fuck my mom," fuck me beside your dead mom. Like that's on nobody's list. Not even questionable.
I guess she found our kink. I guess like I don't know.
I know. Some questionable tastes here going on. Here. Come on, this is so out of left field.
Yeah, I just thought it gave her some personality.
I guess you don't get
literally.
anything. Like you don't get anything from her throughout the whole movie, like other than like she's
edgy,
yeah, like
super edgy.
And now it's like, now I'm just gonna go extreme. You know,
she's got to be in this situation.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they definitely planned something, but like, who knows? Like, I don't know.
But like, can you imagine on like speed dating and there's a questionnaire card that says like your kink? Fuck me next to your dead mom. Like, it's like,
how do you?
Okay, fine. She sold me on that one. Question number 19. Like,
how do you feel about murdering your family in cold blood? Yeah,
depends. Do we get to do right beside your dead mom? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Davey says we need to have you back on the channel. I'm shaking things up with late night. Let's put together a watch party or something fun. Definitely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Bloodwire says it's definitely on my list. It's like putting a hat on a hat. Last category is the killers. What do we think of the killers?
Again, they looked fantastic. They did their part of being very violent. And it's like I mentioned earlier, but I kind of just overshot it with I meant to save it for this one, but just the charisma and like the motive of like the three killers in the mask, just meh to me. And then of course Phoenix, C, and Crispin, the one I put as well, I also put them in the meh category. I wanted to focus more on the animals, like the military killers and all that. I wanted to put more focus on them versus Z, Phoenix, and Crispin, because to me they were just meh at best.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I do like Felix when he like has to, you know, put his boots on, I guess, and get to work here. I mean, the killers are great. I love the looks of them. They should have been wearing gloves.
Full ones.
Yeah. And I like their choice of weapons and stuff like that. Like, it seems all very tactical. It's silent. Like, they don't use guns if they don't have to draw extra attention to themselves, which is a smart choice. I do think that once they realize that Aaron like killed one of their own people, they never adjust to not
underestimate her.
underestimate her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like then there's a sequence of like him going to like because she's in like behind the curtain and he's just like walking in, no weapon in hand or anything like that, and he just draws the curtains back and she fucking throat chops him. I'm like, maybe you should have been prepared for that. Like this girl killed your like army vet brother, dude. And
Yeah, it's like, I told you we should have gone with the longer mask so our necks are not exposed. Someone could just,
yeah. I just feel like there was some kind of like, I don't know, like it would have been nice to know that they were like, maybe they were like drunk or something like that while they're doing this or something.
I
Like,
think
who
they
knows?
just had like confidence in themselves. Like they're even killing with headphones in. The one guy's listening to music while doing it. He doesn't think he's gonna get like
Mhm.
killed. Like he's got a headphone in and he's doing his thing. He's confident if you got headphones in while you're doing that shit.
well, you
Not
would do a
listening
lot
to
of
your
your killing
surroundings.
if I bet you he's listening to like someone like, the Spice Girls or like Friday, Friday.
Got his killing playlist on.
yeah, I guess.
And like really it's one kill, which like is self-defense. So like I guess they don't realize how good she is, maybe, right?
Yeah, maybe they
Especially
think
with the
that-
first one, because I would feel like they just like, oh, she got lucky and everything like that. Then I think when they landed on her nail trap, which God, the nail trap.
Oh, yeah, how about that?
I think that's when they finally like, okay, there's more to her than meets the eye and everything. We need to start treating it more seriously.
Mhm.
Yeah. By then it was too late.
Yeah.
Yep, too late.
All right, scary rating out of 10. We like to rate our movies, 1 being not scary at all, 10 being the scariest movie you've ever seen. What would you rate this on a scary rating?
I would give this a solid 5 because only one scene really did scare me the most on first watch, and that was with the fox underneath the bed. But other than that, though, like the idea of this movie can be a little scary, but just overall, like it's a good like middle of the road watch. So like if it's like you're trying to do something a little more with your horror movie on the scare factor, maybe you could upgrade to this one. But this ain't like The Conjuring, so don't even go in expecting doing that. This is just a fun home slasher movie with maybe a couple of little good jumps. So I just give this a solid 5 out of 10 on the scare factor.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I'll go with like a 3 or something like that. Like
That's fair.
I wasn't particularly scared, but I do think this is a good like thriller for sure.
Mhm.
Thriller horror. I'm not gonna say you could use it as like an introductory horror movie, but like it would be in
Right.
that it'd be almost in that like middle ground.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was gonna go with a 2. There's just quite a bit of like humor sprinkled in there too, so
Mhm.
like it makes
Right.
light of situations and whatnot. So yeah, it's nothing like totally scary.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and that's a hidden thing too with horror movies too. It's just now when I really think about it, it's like tension could add on to the scare factor because you're getting tensed up
Mhm.
and everything, and that could, to me, that would raise a scare scale a little bit.
That's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey,
sorry.
Audrey.
Oh, sorry. The
Oh,
last
sorry.
thing, and no, that's me. That's on me. The last thing, because another part of work. This movie could be scary, and I love when movies do this. I love where us, the audience, knows, but our protagonist does not know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
to me, that makes me scared for the protagonist, especially with Erin in this instance. Like because I love her so much, and I want to take her home, put her in my little pocket, and everything. Just she's adorable. Like I scared for her, and that to me gets it a little scary. So yeah, there we go. You know what? I'll make it a 6 out of 10.
Okay. That's funny. Aubrey says this movie was filmed in my hometown, Columbia, Missouri. That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool, huh?
So you get
Nice.
access to that big ass house. So I'm jealous.
Yeah. The house is for sale for $2 million.
Oof.
You want to start GoFundMe?
Yeah. Oh, now I want to know one movie from each of you that have received a 10 on the scary scale. Ooh.
Ah.
I don't think anything yet.
Yeah.
2 movies where I would give it a 10. The Conjuring, because it was my first horror movie, like true pure horror movie. I watched it, gave me complete nightmares. And the second one, it's a little found footage film, and I know I'm going to butcher the crap out of it. So again, I apologize. It's called like Gunjim, the Haunted Asylum.
That's the one I was going
My
to say.
God, that was one of the few movies in my entire life. One scene in particular, without spoiling it, I had to watch it like this.
We watched it this year and I
Yeah.
almost covered my eyes. And
I know
no movie has done that in a long time.
Was it the girl scene?
The girl, yeah.
Yeah,
It
that was
freaked me out. It was so good.
And I knew it was coming, but I didn't know what was going to happen. So that's why I kind of watched like that. Like, so I was like, I know
Mhm.
something's going to happen. It's going to scare me. But yeah, both of those easy 10s.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you would rate a 10 or you don't?
I don't know. I'm so desensitized.
I mean, so am I, but that one still really scared
I
me.
fell asleep at the end of that movie. You know what? I don't know. I think the highest rated movie I've probably ranked on this channel so far would probably be When Evil Lurks.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I like that.
The dog sequence just fucking
Yeah.
that really got to me. But no,
Okay.
I don't think I have one for you. Maybe Martyrs.
Okay. Hell House LLC freaks me out too.
Oh, I love Hell House LLC. It's one of my,
Yeah.
honestly, probably my all-time favorite found footage flick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah. Good question though, Bloodwire. And
Mhm. Thank
Bloodwire
you.
says Hereditary is a 10 for me.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a good choice.
Like to
as
me,
well.
that's a 9. But
Your next isn't as scary as something like Shape in the Water. Rob, we still have to get you on for that. We'll have to
Yeah,
schedule.
we do have to plan something for that, definitely.
Love you guys. Sorry I was late to the show, but always a great time. No worries.
Oh, no worries.
Love you back.
It's life.
Yeah, that's all right. So final questions are rewatchability and would you recommend? I feel like I know your answers, but
Mhm.
maybe a little bit. Rewatchability, I put it in all capital letters. And you know what? I'll even say my favorite saying I like to go. Abso-fucking-lutely. Rewatch this movie. I rewatch this movie every October 31st for my Halloween. There's like 2 movies I watch automatically on Halloween. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas and You're Next. I know those are like random ones to play on Halloween because I figure I go with the Halloween franchise or Friday the 13th, but those 2 movies always do it for me. So absolutely, I always rewatch this movie at least once a year. On a good year, 3 times.
nice.
Wow.
Nice. I would highly recommend this to anyone. I'm not a big movie rewatcher unless it's like something nostalgic. So this one might be like every few years for me. But I would rewatch it again.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. Like, I'd say probably every other year, give this a rewatch. I definitely recommend watching this movie. If you have never seen this movie, 100% seek this movie out as soon as possible and check it out.
Final movie rating as a whole. I know the format I gave you still had our emoji scale. We don't really do that anymore. It's just a
Okay.
out of 5 for the whole movie. What
Mhm.
would you rate this on a 5-star scale?
It's like I said earlier, I know this is not a perfect movie, so like a lot of people are probably gonna go like, "Oh, it's not what it is." Me, I give this a because what it did for me personally, I give this movie a 5 out of 5. Or on the good reel scale, we call that the golden reel. I give this the golden reel 5 out of 5. Just again, one of the best home invasion movies you'll ever watch. It really competes with The Strangers for that top spot, and of course, Erin, the greatest final girl you will ever meet. And I know that's controversial to say because we have great final girls out there with Sydney Prescott, Nancy Thompson. But I just promise you right now, you put all those final girls one on one with like a Jason Voorhees. Erin's the only realistic option to kick Jason's ass. Maybe that or Chris Higgins, because Chris Higgins got a lot of good shots in part 3D. But I'm just telling you, Erin, it's just you put her in front of every horror icon, she will kick all the ass in the world. Absolutely love her. Love this movie. If you really ask me if I'm really breaking it down, it's like a 4.25 out of 5. But for me personally, golden reel 5 out of 5.
No, I love that. I also do my ratings based off of like my rating. Like I don't care if it's technically not perfect. It's my rating.
She did
Oh,
give
I'm telling you,
Terminator
we all
half
have
a
that
star.
one movie that's like that. Oh,
Why are you outing me like this?
I'm just saying that you rate on your feels.
My feels. Okay, we'll move on from Terminator. We're not going there. I give this a 4 out of 5.
Okay. I'm also going with a 4 out of 5. I think that's a fair adjustment for this. I know that the Rotten Tomatoes score is 80%, but I really think this is a good movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that's very fair for 4 out of 5. So you all made me happy.
Good. Aubrey also says 4 out of 5. Rob says
Nice.
3.5 out of 5.
Okay, nice. I 3.5 is good. I like that score too. That's above average on the letterbox
Yeah.
scale.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for picking this movie and for
Yeah,
coming
thank
on.
you.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm just again very incredibly happy and honored to be here for you all just to accept a goofball like me. And I'm just very grateful for you all to have me.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Before we leave, do you want to talk about your channels one last time? Plug your accounts.
Yeah,
Ryan's already got
absolutely.
the links.
Oh, there we go, Ryan. You are. I could just tell that Ryan and Rob are your MVPs of this channel. So I could just tell they're great wrenchmen. So kudos to you all for that. But yes, Good Reel Hunting. You can find us on again like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. For this time, maybe not in the next month. Maybe we're still determining that. And of course the YouTube channel. And yes, we do get mixed up with Fun Fishing for some reason, but we're the Big Scary Monster. So yeah, just give us all I say is just give us a chance. You love us. We love for you to be a part of our Real Hunter family. If not, we appreciate you at least giving us a chance. So come on by. We will be live this Thursday for a live Q&A segment with me and Chris because Brad is on a little hiatus at this time. And then we're going to be taking and this is, I'll never thought I'd say this, a 3-week break from the channel just because we're going to do a little bit of a soft rebrand. So this is actually the best time for you to hop on the Good Reel Hunting channel to see if we can offer you all something different.
Nice.
Awesome. That's
I'm
exciting.
excited to
And
see.
I would love to have this amazing couple to be on Good Reel Hunting in the future as well.
Yeah, I would love that.
Anytime.
Yeah. Always down. Yeah, everyone go subscribe to his channels. And you're live tonight on Bert's Corner.
Yes, that is correct. If you're a wrestling fan, Bert's Corner, me and my buddy Robbie Sobel will be talking a lot of things WWE wrestling at 9 o'clock Eastern time on Bert's Corner. And I think y'all got that description down there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So yes, so if you want to join in on some wrestling talk, meet us here shortly.
Awesome.
Perfect.
And before we leave, Aubrey, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Support to you guys. Love the movies pick. This was Brett's pick.
This
So
is, yeah,
loved
always the
it.
guest gets the pick.
Yeah.
So do I get that $4.99 or like am I just asking for too much? Like
We'll Venmo you
I
or
was-
whatever it is in the States.
I was just about to say that.
Let me get a clip here quickly and then we'll wrap things up.
That is psycho! Oh, I can't feel my legs.
I want my mommy. God, I love
Thanks,
that movie.
Aubrey. Well, yeah, thanks again for coming on.
What do we got going on?
We are going to be going live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, with Sean, Bo, and Rob. We're going to be doing a horror hangout. We're going to talk about the Final Destination franchise a little bit, talk about expectations for the new one, as well as talk horror news. So, yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
Awesome.
That's it. But thank you to everyone that was in the chat tonight that chatted along with us. And thank you again, Brett. And I hope everyone has a great night.
And always
Have a good
remember,
night, everybody.
Stay spooky.